Welcome to my show, 5 Minute Flashpoints with Tio Uncle VR. The show is a race to get all my points in 5 minutes or less. So, with that being said, let's go. Our subject today will be a review of the New York Jets' top 5 Jets players to watch during training camp in 2024. Start with number 5, defensive edge Will McDonald. It's hard to project any draft pick from year to year, but Will McDonald was given the unfair task to live up to the expectation of former first rounder Jermaine Johnson. At this point in year number 2, as it was when Jermaine Johnson broke out to be a star edge last year, this is why this year Will McDonald is unfairly scrutinized by fans and media pundits alike. Now, Will McDonald's comp coming out of the draft was none other than Randy Gregory, an explosive, pliable edge talent whose active hands and eager feet make it hard for tackles to get to a firm grip on him. Now, the one weakness that Will McDonald had coming out of college was being a little bit inconsistent, maintaining positioning as a run defender, and being a little lean on the body for edge position, possibly in the NFL. Let's see if he can live up to the 15th pick in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft for the New York Jets. Training camp will give some context clues to this. On to number 4. Braelon Allen, running back. The New York Jets drafted 2 running backs in the 2024 NFL Draft. Braelon Allen was a rookie out of Wisconsin, and he was impressive in OTAs this spring, particularly in catching the ball out of the backfield. He came in looking like a rock Adonis, but showed some good lateral movement and great hands. Now, last year for Wisconsin, he had 28 receptions for 131 yards, and for his career had 49 receptions. So it remains to be seen how this translates to the NFL. The question is, can he carry that over into camp? And can he be a potential X factor for this offense as a complement to Breece Hall? On to number 3. Hasson Reddick, defensive edge. The biggest thing to watch regarding Hasson Reddick is his attendance at training camp, which so far it appears that he is holding out. Reddick is still unhappy with his contract, and the possibility that this holdout extends further than one day remains to be seen. Now, Hasson Reddick is represented by Tory Dandy. Tory Dandy is now the managing partner and co-head of CAA football since 2020. His client roster includes such athletes as A.J. Brown, Chris Goodwin, Marshawn Lattimore, Devin White, and Mike Williams. Now, his agent has a reputation of being fair and not using explicit tactics to hold out. Additionally, local media has reported seeing Reddick wearing New York Jets gear recently at his youth camp, which he holds in Camden, New Jersey. Maybe that's a good sign. Let's just hope this translates into a quick and fast negotiation that both sides are happy with for the upcoming season. On to number 2. Tyron Smith, left tackle. Tyron Smith played 13 seasons for the Cowboys. The location and the color of the uniform will get a little bit of time for him to get used to, as Tyron was quoted as saying, "This is definitely a change for me, especially being in Dallas for a while. Everyone knows the way the business goes, and sometimes you just have to leave. I'm just happy that I'm going to a team like the Jets to help out in any way I can to produce a winning culture." Now, Tyron Smith is an 8-time Pro Bowler, and has been one of the best left tackles in football for over a decade. But he's 33 years old and has played 30 games over the past 4 seasons. This led to some teams shying away from Tyron Smith. Now, the Cowboys did a nice job managing Smith last year as he played 13 games, and that was the most that he has played since 2019. The Jets will likely take a similar approach, which will mean plenty of days off for Smith in camp. On the flip side, he will still need to have time to gel with his new offensive line mates. This is something to watch in camp. And finally, last but not least, point number 1, player number 1, Aaron Rodgers, quarterback. Now, the sun rises and sets on the play of Aaron Rodgers this year for the New York Jets. Like that Tupac song, All Eyes on Me. Now, we all know that quarterbacks don't get hit in training camp because they wear the red jerseys, but they do get chased out of the pocket. What we will be looking at are design plays where the quarterback will bootleg or sprint to one side or the other of the backfield. And we will also look at the footwork, the 3, 5, and 7-step drops, and how that restructured Achilles foot lands on throws. Nothing is going to mimic the actual movements of a real live game, but we can peek into how effective Aaron is with this information. Although the movement in and around the pocket is still a big question, he still has a grade A rocket arm and could probably throw better than from his knees than 2/3 of the quarterbacks in the league. Please like and subscribe, and if you enjoy the content on this channel, please feel free to tip us, as you can find our information on the YouTube channel, the 411 on New York Sports, in the description. The QR code is also at the top of this video. Please check out our other shows like the 411 on New York Sports with Johnny Boy and Tio Uncle VR. This concludes my time, and as I sign off, have a great day. And always remember, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And just like that, before he was gone, I'm going to treat you with one last video before I go on our quarterback, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not trying to just coast into, irrelevance. I'm trying to play at the highest level. And I was talking to a buddy yesterday. I said, if I didn't think we could win the Super Bowl and I could win MVP, I wouldn't be playing. And that's the order of goals. Because I don't want to hold on and be an afterthought and be a shell. Now, I'm a different player today than I was when we won the Super Bowl a long time ago, when I was running around more. I extended a lot more plays. Now I'm beating you with my mind, and I can still throw the hell out of it, and I can still beat you at the line of scrimmage, and I can still get us in the right play, and I can still dominate, I think. And if I didn't think that, shoot, there's a lot of other things I could be doing, but that's the goal: win a championship and then to be the best player.